What is up, guys? Pie Muffin here, and we are back with some more Trails Through Daybreak 2. Last time, we were continuing to go all over the island, and like I mentioned, I was going to come back here to get the fish I was missing, and as funny as it is to say, I actually got it very quickly after ending the video. It was like 4 or 5 fish in, I got it. But yeah, so now we just have to check out the rest of the island, which really just leaves us with this area up here. So let's go ahead and teleport back to the... Can we teleport to the tunnel? No, okay. May as well just walk from here. This is probably close enough. Yeah, okay. Grab the treasure chest.
今のはいい手応えね。遅れる。さすがだな。
Alright, so there is a gate up here. We still never found out where Nina ran off to, though. Oh wait, no, yes we did. She was on the beach. Yes, it's off limits to visitors from here on. Everything past this fence must not be developed yet. See, the pavement even tapers off a little ways down. Damn though, didn't the manager at the villa say this was only a third of Nemeth? Man, this is one massive island. Exploring the parts open to tourists is tough enough grind already. Remember the invitation, though. If we're supposed to find something, the other side of this gate is our best bet. My nose is definitely picking up on something. I just don't know what yet. Speaking as a bracer, I'd call it justifiable given the circumstances. Actually, let's hold off for today. Our hands are full enough as it is, and we don't have a clue what he's got in store for us yet. Better to play it safe and stick to the places in reach. Huh, I'm getting a call from the villa. Hello, everyone. Forgive me for interrupting your vacation. No worries, what's up? We just wanted to inform you that the preparations for today's special activities are complete. I'll be providing additional details in the lobby, so drop by if you find the time. Special activities at a luxury resort? Sounds like a winning formula. Guess we may as well drop in and see what they're all about. I look forward to your arrival then. Alright, well let's head back to the villa then. Hello everyone, thank you for coming. Hey, you said you have more info on those activities you got planned? Yes, everything's all set so you can participate at your earliest convenience. First off, at the beach, you'll find one of our staff members stationed near an orbital boat. Speak with him and he can take you parasailing over the ocean waters near the island. Secondly, we have a convertible on the premises for taking sightseeing trips around Nemeth. You're welcome to rent it out for a drive whenever you wish. We have another special activity arranged for this evening as well. I do hope you'll look forward to it. Damn, really? Putting the luxury in luxury resort. Guess this wouldn't be much of a trip if we didn't let our hair down a little. I'll admit, being all tense all the time isn't exactly healthy. A bit of relaxation should do us good. Our myriad concerns aside, my interest is piqued. Participating would surely heighten our vacation experience. I want to say we're getting off track, but you'd have to be crazy to pass this up when it's being served on a silver platter. Alright then, let's take some time off and enjoy ourselves, within reason. We can save the brain work for afterward. Spend time with the usual crews at Given, but it might be nice to reach out to some of the others too. Oh, we have connection events too. Yep, so it's like the anniversary festival and stuff in previous arcs. Oh, here we go. New floor, Martian Garden. Yep. So we'll definitely handle that at some point before we move on. Let's see who has... Okay, we got 5. We've got 1 with Agnes and Ren. 1 with Riza and Quattro. 1 with Swin and Nadia. 1 with Elaine and Shizuna. And then 1 with Marielle and Zeta. I think the 3 I want to do are... probably these 3. The Agnes one, the Resent one, and then probably the Elaine and Shizuna one is the 3 I will stick to for this playthrough. But we do have the activities as well, so let's go ahead and do some of the activities first before we jump into a ton of reading. I guess we can split it up too. We can do a couple of these and then switch off. Alright. So you have to pick someone to bring with you. We're currently offering parasailing experience to our guests. It's an exhilarating 2-person trip through the skies. Are you interested? Parasailing, huh? Maybe I should invite someone to join me. So you have to bring somebody. I was curious if there's like an option just to fly by yourself. Well, I guess let's just start off with the main one. Let's go with Elaine. So there's 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So there's only 10 tickets. So you have to choose. If you don't double activity with somebody, you got to choose 2 different people to not choose at all. All right. So let's start with Elaine. I really didn't come here to fool around like this. Oh, lighten up. This will be a good chance to get the lay of the land from up high. Going around on foot won't give you that. Can't say it's not worth it, right? Oh, honestly, you always did have a way of talking people into things. Very well, then. I'll come along. You don't actually really do anything. It's just kind of like flying around. Yeah, and then the other character will have like small dialogue every so often. Yeah, and it'll go on forever until you hit end the activity. Did I even get the screenshot right? I didn't know. Yeah, I had to have gotten that one, okay. Yeah, so once you've seen all the dialogue you want to see, you just end it. Yeah, and each character you go with obviously gives you some points. We'll do 5 and 5. We'll do 5 parasailing, and then we'll do 5 car things. Well, actually, I think with the car you can bring multiple people, so you can possibly, you know, get everyone. Parasailing. This promises to be quite the enriching experience. I figured living off a Marduk's salary would let you go on vacations like this all the time. Especially if you and Mirabelle went in on it together. We've discussed such things before, but sadly our work keeps us both too occupied to follow through. This is a rather exceptional occasion in that sense. You don't say? Well, we better make the most of it then. Indeed. Is he talking about the actual view or reset? Damn it, I'm too slow to hit the button when the dialogue is up. It's hard to get good screenshots. That might have been even too early. Yeah, see, it's hard to time it. It didn't even show the full dialogue before disappearing on that one. I do wonder if it actually just takes you back to land eventually, or if it just keeps going in circles. What's the parachute look like? Oh, okay. Okay, it does eventually end. Who else? About Ren. How very kind of you to extend me an invitation. This just seemed like the sort of thing you'd be used to. Well, soaring through the skies on Patter Matter was one thing. Doing so with a male companion is a first for me. The pressure's on me to be a good escort, then. Probably the most Ren can, like, kind of let loose with all the work she's always needing to be doing. It kind of feels similar, it kind of feels similar to when you get that little vacation in Crossbell, on the beach that they added. Well, she would be on the beach, so you would imagine so. Oh wow, that one ends much earlier. Who else? Let's go with... We'll go with Nina and Shizuna for the last parasailing, and then the rest of the characters we'll take with us in the car. Gotta say, I'm shocked you invited me along, Van. You'd never let me hear the end of it if I didn't. Parasailing, though, I can't say I've ever been. You got this look on your face that screams, but I have parachuted down into combat before. That'd be half right. I did get dropped into combat, but there weren't any parachutes involved. Huh. So what, you went free falling, or was there some kind of special shinobi equipment you used? Third guess is the charm. Now come on, the fun's awaiting. Lord.
空中散歩と行くかドキドキするね
And here we go again.
Oh. まさに大海原といった感じだね
I guess if she's never really been to the ocean before.
キラキラしてるね風と一体に修行にもなりそうだ
I don't know if it needs to be training. I do wish they let you control this a bit more. Like, maybe you could, like, kind of swing the sail to the left and right.
もっと高くに行けないかな
Of course she wants to. Shizuna would definitely be the kind of person that would just, for fun, just jump
なかな
off.
かいいじゃない
Just like when it was about to end, it's like, oh, go as high as we can. Let's both just dive into the water from, like, 300 feet in the air.
そっちは大丈夫だったかうんうんとっても楽しめたよ
Alright, last one. Let's go grab Nina. And then we'll do the car activity for 5 people. Parasailing, I doubt there are many scenes where this would come into play. Although I can picture there being some where I'd have to be fitted with a parachute. Making another acting exercise out of this, are we? Oh, I'm so sorry, Van. I don't mean to cheapen your invitation or anything. It's no big deal. I'm just saying, maybe experiencing things on a personal level will make for more an authentic performance. You might have a point there.
空中散歩と行くかよろしくお願いします
I'm still impressed that they even bothered to give Nina a swimsuit.
鳥になった気分です
Because, like, obviously, for most characters, it's just like, oh, the playable cast. Like, I totally just expected them to, you know, just have her in her normal getup relaxing on the beach. Because it's not like she's playable or, you know, customizable.
一面の海吸い込まれてしまいそう
Also pretty wild that an actress as, you know, popular as Nina doesn't always have security on her
風になった気
24/7.
分だぜ 結構揺れますね
What kind of interesting sandals she has on? They're like kind of high-heeled sandals.
いい眺めだね
Because obviously Vans are very, you know, normal sandals. It's really funny to me, I know I mentioned this before, but just how, like, in shape Van is. Like, obviously he does a ton of fighting and everything, but it's not like he's someone who, like, goes to the gym every day or anything like that. Like, he's just naturally in shape, despite all the sweets he eats and how much he likes to laze
そっちは
around.
大丈夫だったかはいいい息抜きになりました
Alright, but we're gonna take a break from that, and let's go ahead and do one of these Connect events. Let's do the, we'll just start from the top. We'll do the Agnes one, Agnes and Ren. There, that takes care of the equipment. Ren is still working on vacation. Hello, Albert. Sorry to bother you on your day off. Would you mind checking with Odette about those documents from our last meeting and transferring them my way? Much appreciated. There'll be a souvenir with your name on it when I get back. Almost forgot. I need to send that vendor an orb mail. May as well take this opportunity to draft up a schedule for the guests of honor, too. Guests of honor? Wait, what? Someone getting married? I see the problem. Do you think this plan will actually work? Depends on how well you play your cards. Very, very easy to tell what this Connect event is about already. There you are, Ren. Oh, Van Agnes, what do I owe the pleasure? Well, we were just wondering if you'd like to come to the beach with us. It's not every day we get to spend time together at a resort, after all. Much as I appreciate the sentiment, I still have a few pending tasks on my plate. But perhaps I can make room for some afternoon tea. None of that work has to be finished right this second, does it? If it absolutely needs doing, I'd be happy to help later, but it'd mean a lot to me if you joined us. Oh, very well. I can afford to take a breather. Let it settle. Let's get changed and meet up over at the beach. Beach volleyball, it's been an age and a half. What, you got experience? At Michelin back in Crossbell, yes. I play with a family I'm acquainted with. Her actual family. Who thinks she's dead. They had their little boy Colin with them at the time, so I would consider it a serious bout. In fact, it almost feels as Agnes proposed this idea in hopes of stoking that particular memory. Me, I was just thinking it'd be a nice way to unwind. She also figured you could channel your pent-up stress into a game, you know, from leading the student council and all. I never said that. That's funny. I consider my work on the slimmer side compared to a certain part-time job of yours, Agnes. I even get to hold tea parties on a regular basis, complete with all the sweet treats I can stomach. Sweet treats? Y'all ever need an advisor? I mean... We got you out in the sand, so there's no worming your way out of this. I suppose a bit of recreation won't hurt, but I'm getting changed and heading right back afterward. At any rate, unless you fancy trading off 1 versus 1, we're still a player short. Then perhaps I could fill the gap. The golden butterfly. Hold the phone. I was thinking we could look around for the perfect fourth. And you found her. I know a good time when I see one. Plus, it isn't often I have an opportunity to get the better of Ren. A bit early to be gloating. Have you ever considered the possibility you might lose? Oh boy, here we go. And here I was hoping to keep this simple. Hey, surprise is a spice of life, right? Now come on, let's split into teams. After taking into account each participant's general level of athleticism and experience with the sport, it was decided that Van and Ren would face off against Agnes and Lucrezia. This isn't exactly how I thought we'd pair up. Oh, it seems well balanced to me, all things considered. Or are you saying you wish to be partnered with Mr. Arkwright instead? Sorry, Agnes, I didn't mean to steal him away from you. He isn't mine to begin with. Our plan's going a little off course, but no big deal. If we're going with this, might as well make a competition out of it. How about this? The losing team has to do one thing the winning team says. Ooh, a little thrill to raise the stakes. I like it. The idea of having you and Ren at my whim is tantalizing indeed. I could say I'm much the same in reverse, so I doubt it would teach you any lessons. That said, I'm not so sure if that's Agnes's idea of a reward. No need to worry for my sake, Ren. I don't plan on taking this game lightly. Oh, if you insist. Oh boy. Guess we'll just have to go all in out there, won't we, Van? Oh lord. Rein it back a bit, will ya? We can't let them beat us, Lucrezia. My, but aren't you eager, shall we then? And so the volleyball match began. While lighthearted to start, things gradually heated up as the game progressed. Oh no, my angle was off. Well, that was one hell of a spike. Impressive as ever, Red Sea. It was my partner who set me up for success, not the liability you hoped you'd be. Thanks for the save. Take this. Just barely out of bounds, a pity. No worries, just shake it off. We're on track to win this set thanks to you, Lucrezia. Guess even Ren makes mistakes once in a while. Quite naturally, this may not be her first foray into the court, but she hasn't quite found her rhythm. I don't think love is such a smooth go of it from here on, though. Makes you say that. You'll see. Now on to the next serve. Agnes and Lucrezia proceeded to take the first set. The tide, however, began to shift in the second. Take the shot. How do you like this? Huh? I told you as much, no? Took a hot second for you to get in the groove. Now that I have a better feel for this, it's time to mount a comeback. It's like we're playing against a totally different person. There's a reason they call her a genius. Given the time, she can adapt to any situation or environment. I imagine she spent the first set observing me until she figured out my every move. So being a true genius goes beyond smarts alone. Ren's even more amazing than I already gave her credit for. That said... Oh, sorry, I was just thinking that I shouldn't place all the burden of winning on you. I'm gonna dig deep and do my part too. That's the spirit, darling. From there, Ren, who was now at full strength, kept Lucrezia in check, allowing her and Van to take the second set. With that, the game carried on to the third. Here we go, last set out of 3. I guess we better start brainstorming a penalty for them. You haven't won just yet. Let's make this one to remember, shall we? Both teams played with intense fervor, neither side letting up for a moment as the match entered its final phase. Eventually, everything came down to one final point. And then... this is it. Yeah. Whoops. We've been had. 15-14, the victory is ours. You had me fooled until the end there. At the end there, I didn't even notice Agnes going for the spike. Especially when you'd been building your plays around Red Sea the whole match. The young lady here had thought if I drew your attention, she could take you by surprise at the last minute. Though it was still a complete gamble as to whether or not I could actually pull it off. I just figured there was no way we could beat you two head on. Color me impressed. Apparently working for a Spriggan has made you rather crafty. Well, the winner gets to give the losers one command, so don't be shy, let's hear it. I'll do whatever you ask so long as it isn't anything that'll hurt our friendship down the line. It was your strategy that won us the game, why don't you do the honors for us both? I appreciate that, here goes then. Ren, I order you to divvy up more of your student council duties with the rest of us. Huh? You're always so preoccupied with getting everything done yourself. Yes, it's important to prepare for the upcoming festival, but even here on the island, you've been working remotely. Guilty as charged. I know you're a genius who can do whatever she sets her mind to. If you tackle everything single-handedly, academic or otherwise, even that ordeal at Aramis, you were there to back us up. But Odette, Albert, and I are members of the student council too. You don't have to shoulder it all on your own. Supporting you is what we're there for. So please, try to lean on us a little more, okay? Agnes. Now I see, so that's why you invited me out here to play volleyball with you. Can you blame her? It might just be a game, but she was hard-pressed getting you to take her seriously otherwise. The Golden Butterfly wasn't part of the plan, but it did make for a better match at the end. Though now I wonder if you only squeezed yourself in because you knew what we were up to. Well, I haven't a clue what you mean. Thank you, all of you. Orders are orders. I promise to share more of my responsibilities with the rest of the student council from now on. Just don't change your tune when the work piles up to your ears. Oh, Ren, I wouldn't have it any other way. I really do need to look into what that old goat is plotting, though. After ensuring Ren took some extra time to relax, Van and Agnes regrouped with the others and resumed the investigation.
後輩にこんなに心配をかけちゃうなんて先輩失格ね。ありがとうアニエス、バンさん。レティもちょっとはね。もっと先輩の助けになれたらとずっと思っていました。これもバンさんのところで少しは成長できた証でしょうか。
Good work, everyone. All right, let's move on to... Actually, we'll split it up between the rest of these 5 activities. So let's do the car ride once here first, and then we'll move on to the next one. This must be... Yep, okay. Invite. Let's grab Agnes and Ferry. This feels so fresh and exciting, even if it's far from the first time we've ridden together. Open-top cars usually remind me of shootouts, but this sounds a lot more fun. You two all nice to see it? Alright, let's get this tour on the road.
さて、出発進行だ。
安全運転で行きましょう。
Drive through the checkpoints. Crash.
天気が良くて何よりです。楽しいです。
We actually get to drive for once in the game.
なんだか寂しい雰囲気ですね。このトンネルは強撃に強いですね。
Oh my god, Ferry. No monsters out here currently.
すごい。島の歴史を感じます。
よっと。
Okay, guess we gotta go the long way. But you can get out? Oh wow, you can actually just get out. That's kind of interesting.
水辺でのんびりも悪くねえな。一通り回っちまったな。
そうだ。こんなものを持ってきたんです。ベリちゃんもどうぞ。わあ、アイスキャンディーですか。ありがとうございます。楽しいです。
That was cool though. I know that if this arc had longer to kind of have, you know, in terms of development, I think it would have been so great if every time we drove as Van, you know, to one of these different cities, like you actually got to drive his van yourself there. Kind of like how Cold Steel was with, you know, traveling everywhere.
やっぱりドライブは楽しいです。
Although I guess in Cold Steel, like whenever we took the train somewhere, it was still just a cutscene. But It would have been nice for the, what else? You know, like in Cold Steel 2 when we were running along the paths and stuff. Alright. Who have we not brought? Girls, bring Swin and Nadia. Rev up that engine. Me and S have a romantic road trip to make. If I didn't know better, I think you forgot this is part of our reconnaissance. You two all nice and seated? Let's get this tour on the road.
さて、出発進行だ。少しのんびりさせてもらうか。海沿いはやっぱり定番だな。
Oh wow, you can go first person.
ガンガン行くとするか。
暗くなると眠くなりそう。
しかしでかい遺跡だぜ。ブレー、こすったか。水場か、いい雰囲気だな。一通り回っちまったな。
マイホームの次はマイカーも欲しいな。ね、スーちゃん。
今後の仕事にも便利そうだしな。
I'm sure you both have different ideas on what you want the car for.
ガンガン行くとするか。
This is probably the easiest way to go back. So after this one, we'll definitely do the next Connect event.
いいドライブだったぜ。
よし、これから移動は全部車にしよう。
All right, let's do the reset and Quattro one. Okay, all done with our warm-up stretches. You really caught me off guard asking for swimming lessons, though. There's gotta be better coaches to choose from. What can I say? I just thought you'd make for a good instructor. Researching with the professor has always kept me too wrapped up to even graze the surface of this sort of thing. It'd be a useful skill to have in a pinch, so I'd really appreciate if you could teach me. Fair enough. There's definitely been times in my line of work when it's literally sink or swim. In my rookie days, I was cornered by some guys who had it out for me. Wound up taking a dip in the sewage to get away. Man, that brings me back. I think that's an experience I can live without. Apologies for the wait, Mr. Arkwright, Mr. Silesian. Whoa. I do hope you can forgive my late arrival. Don't worry about it. You were going around taking everyone's drink orders, right? Always a considerate concierge. That's very kind of you to say. Is something the matter, Mr. Silesian? No, it's just you're so pretty and... Forget I said that. Ahem. You wanted to test out your artificial body, right, Rosette? Yes, though more as a personal pursuit rather than part of my official duties. I learned the fundamentals of swimming as part of Marduk's motor function assessments. I don't often have the privilege to exercise them in more natural environments, especially not an ocean as lovely as this. Hey, what's the harm? You're probably designed to be seawater resistant anyway. Don't let me stop you either. I'll just be trying to pick up what I can from you in the meantime. I may not be the best example to follow, but don't hesitate to ask if you have need of me. Ready to get down to it? Sure thing. I know we're starting from the ground up, but I think you may have a knack for this. The way you extend yourself, kicking technique, it all looks pretty balanced to me. You think so? I'm just flailing for my life, really. A little embarrassing having my hands held like this. I feel like a child. Not to mention... something up? Not at all. She's embarrassed. I just wish I was half as good as her. Ew, how fair is your progress? About as well as it looks, I guess. You're practically a pro, though, Reset. Yeah, you swam like such a natural, I wouldn't have guessed any part of you was prosthetic. I'm delighted to hear that. Evidently, I have no trouble operating under high salinity either. Mr. Salesian, from what I observed at a distance, you appear to be overly fixated on your leg movements. I suspect your form will be much more stable if you focus on engaging your body as a whole. My body as a whole, huh? I never realized swimming was so involved. Well, damn, that little nugget of advice had more insight than about 100 of mine. My apologies, I didn't intend to speak out of turn. Perhaps I will try venturing into deeper waters this time, if you'll excuse me. Good to know she's having fun. Heck, she seems more in her element than usual. Nothing wrong with feasting your eyes, but stare any harder and they'll fall out of their sockets. It's not like that, at least not entirely. I was just impressed. Obviously, only she can know what it's like to be mostly prosthetic. But still, I can't help but wondering how much sheer effort it took for her to be able to swim so well. I get what you mean, but there's more to it than that. She had to go through all sorts of experiences in virtual space before getting that body. It must have been a long road, and all the while she knew it wasn't going to be anything like the real deal. For better or worse, there's a gap between Rizette's physical self and the person she is inside. It's not wrong. I'll bet the reason she takes life by the horns is because she's constantly doing all she can to bridge that gap. Bridge that gap, huh? I was right to be impressed then. Facing her circumstances head on, enjoying herself along the way, I don't think I could ever. For what it's worth, most everybody feels this way about someone else. But before dwelling on what you don't have, why not build some confidence in who you are right now? And if you can't get it off your mind, then take that negativity and channel it into motivating yourself instead. Van, yeah, you're right. I should take a page out of her book, Anne. Hold on, I think something's wrong with Risette. Uh-oh. Crap, she's in trouble. Wait here, Quattro. Hang on, Risette, I'm coming. Hey, what are you? Aw, hell. I wonder if there's only so much water her body can take. Van and Quattro managed to rescue Risette and return her safely to the shore. Thank you, both of you. I'm just glad you're okay. Wasn't expecting you to start drowning out there. Did your artificial body go haywire? It would appear that I was so engrossed in swimming that my output exceeded its limiters. My system temporarily shifted into an underclocked state in order to prevent an overload. Mortifying as it is to admit, I became a bit more carried away with myself than anticipated. You think? But hey, as long as it's nothing serious. I'm terribly sorry. Don't be. In fact, I'm kind of jealous. You accept your body for what it is and push yourself to be the best you can be regardless. There's something incredible about that. Mr. Salesian. On the contrary, I believe you are the incredible one. Despite being only a novice at swimming, you rushed to my aid without a second thought. That's proof you're always maturing, every second of every day, this very moment included. I envy you for it. No matter how they enhance my body's performance, that sort of growth is difficult for me. Oh. Now that you mention it, how did I manage to swim all of a sudden? I think that's what they call an adrenaline rush. Plus, you probably picked up a few tricks watching Reset. You had me on pins and needles for a sec, though. I was starting to think I'd have to haul both of you back. Still, you leapt into action to save a friend. You ask me, that's something to be proud of. Yeah, I guess I could stand to have a little more self-esteem. Thanks, Van. You too, Reset. I need to put some serious thought into who I want to be. Then someday, I'll be able to hold my head up high in front of the others. He's obviously still carrying something.
少々強に乗りすぎてしまいましたが、こうした体験ができたのもバン様とカトル様のおかげですね。
僕もおかげで自信がついたよ。ありがとう。これからもいろいろと教えてくれると嬉しいかな。
Alright, so we have 3 more activities and 1 connection still to do, but we're going to save that for next time. And then, of course, we do still have that other floor of the Martian Garden to do as well. So we'll handle all that next time. So that's going to be it, guys. Hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe more if you're new to the channel. I'll see you next time. Have a wonderful day, everyone.